What's up folks, Little Rami here and welcome back to my channel. And today's video we're talking about how to lose weight or lose fat without counting your calories. Let's get into it. So most people are familiarized with the idea of eating less calories than you burn, or at least equal calories to what you burn, in order to lose weight and lose fat. And this is generally true. But that's not the case really for some people to lose weight. You can still lose weight and not count your calories. So for those people who are looking to lose weight without counting calories, just because they don't have time, they don't have somebody to help them out, if their job is not giving them enough time or enough energy to even to do so. So is it impossible to lose weight? Of course not. You can lose weight and you don't have to count your calories. And today's video, we're going to talk about some points on how to not count your calories but also lose weight. When you sit down and you eat, try to avoid anything that distracts you. Generally, people get distracted very easily by anything. So don't try and let anything that grabs your attention while you're eating. When you just sit down mindful and focus on your eating, you can better identify when you're fully full and savor. And that's what the research shows, that attentive eating may help with weight loss and even maintaining your status. So skip the TV, skip your phone, don't scroll on social media while you're eating, don't try and be like talking to somebody else while you're eating, so you're not tempted by any of these things while you're eating. So when you sit down, take this as a religious thing, you sit down, focused, very attentive, so that way you don't have any attentions that can distract you. And that's one way it may help with losing weight without counting your calories. Number two, start with protein first. When you dig into protein first, when you eat your meal, it's more likely to get satiated before getting to eat whatever, like the non-starchy carbs or the carbs that you have on your plate. So like having your protein first may help satiate your stomach, or your hunger, I would say. And then right after that, you can eat your non-starchy food, which is like vegetables, salad, whatever you may prefer. And then lastly, you can have your carbohydrates. So by the time you have your carbohydrates, you might be almost full or even full. So that way you can avoid your carbohydrates. I'm not saying avoiding carbohydrates it's something good to do, but what I'm trying to say is reducing the amount that you eat. So you can still eat your carbohydrates, but you're not gonna have the same amount that you used to have if you start with carbohydrates first, or if you start your carbohydrates with the protein, with everything all together. So might as well just get your protein in first. Let's say your plate is consisted of chicken, rice, and Brussels sprouts. So what you want to do is dig into the chicken first, get it done, and then hop onto the Brussels sprouts, get it done, and then your carbohydrates. That way you're going to find out that within your next meal, by the time you finish protein and non-starchy carbs, which is the veggies, you're not going to have much room for starchy carbohydrates. So within your next meal, you're going to reduce your carbohydrates. That way you don't have to leave them out. Also, there's another benefit. If you get your protein in first, your research shows that if you get your protein in first, it decreases post-meal insulin spike. If you're someone that actually suffers from type 2 diabetes, this is one way of actually keeping your insulin levels as healthy as it can. 3, drink enough water. I'm sure you've heard this all the time from everybody. Yes, it's true. Drinking enough water is definitely going to help you with your journey with weight loss. It's very important to drink water every single day, an adequate amount of water every single day. It helps you with losing weight. Water really plays a very important role when it comes to digestion. It helps fibers move around your body. It helps with your blood flow. It helps with your gut digesting the food, and it also improves your metabolism. So aim to drink 3 to 4 liters a day of water. Use reusable containers, the big ones, like the one I use at the gym. That way, whenever it's done, you can easily refill them at the gym's fountain or at home or at work, whatever. And it's also healthier than plastic bottles, by the way. If you're someone that don't enjoy water, you don't like water, what you can do is basically get yourself 0 calories flavors. I'm not saying it's the best, it's still processed, but it's something to go with if you want to actually, if you're suffering from dehydration, but you're not drinking much water, but you don't like water at the same time. So what you can do is get yourself like 0 calories flavor and just dump it into your container. Whatever flavor you like, watermelon, fruit punch, whatever the case may be. If you don't like that, what you can do is you can dump some fruits into it, which maybe lemon, maybe strawberries, maybe berries. It gives you some flavor, and you can gulp that down very easily. Number 4, create barriers between you and the triggering food. What's the triggering food? The triggering food is basically the food that makes you gain weight. It's everything. It's snacks, it's fried food, it's takeout food, it's the food that adds up to actually make you gain so much fat or make you gain weight. We know this, like every house, you know, there is unhealthy food in every house. It's a common conundrum. So let's say if you do have some leftover candies from Halloween, or leftovers, sweets and stuff from Christmas and stuff like that, you know, it's triggering. If you open the fridge and you see a freaking pie over there, you're not just gonna say, oh, I'm on diet, you know, I'm trying to lose weight. Don't fool me. You're gonna grab that and eat it. So what you wanna do is you wanna keep all these unhealthy food, snacks, sweets out of the house. You can have some only in occasions, you know, and make sure that you get some that it gets done on that day. So if you're getting stuff for Halloween and you know how many people are in the house, you know, their intake, so you get some whatever candies or whatever you're using, you know, that is enough for the people in the house. So that way everything is done with it within that day. You don't have to keep them, because honestly speaking, this food is very triggering. It makes you overindulge in it. Like tell me one time you didn't have an ice cream container and you just couldn't stop eating. There's no way. If you're craving a particular food or a specific type of food or snacks, sweets, whatever the case may be, do not get it at home and have leftovers for next day and next week. So let's say, for instance, you want ice cream. So instead of going to Walmart to get yourself a container and have it at home and you can like literally indulge into eating it every single day, what you can do is just go to the ice cream shop and get yourself one scoop and eat it right there, and it's done. You know, and apply the same principle in everything else. If you apply that principle, it's going to help you easily not to keep cravings at home. So keep it outside of the house, you know, and at the same time, do not deprive yourself. So like if you do need something specific, if you're craving it, just go to the place that they do make this stuff and just order one serving for you. That's it. Next point we have is skipping or limiting alcohol, or even avoiding it at all times. Cutting back on alcohol can definitely help you with your journey in losing weight, because it's easy to get caught up with cutting down calories, but then it's not so easy to cut back on booze. You know, you can still have a diet and you can still cut back on calories, but then you might over intake your alcohol. So getting rid of it completely is the best option that you can have. But let's say if you can't, you can just cut it down, you know, back off on it a little bit. So let's say, for instance, if you do have a drink every day, cut it down, you know, cut one day off. If you do it twice a week, cut one day off. If you only do it on the weekend, let's say how many drinks you have, cut it back halfway. Just cut it back or limit it. Or if you can, which is best for you in every way possible, just cut back on alcohol completely. For some people, it's really hard to cut back on alcohol. So what I would say is cut back step by step, you know. As I said, if you do have like multiple drinks a week, just cut back off on one day, you know, and just work your way up till you actually get rid of it completely. And trust me, it's not that hard. Will is everything. If you put your will into place, you convince your mind with it, you'll be able to achieve whatever you want. It's like anything in life, you know. If you want to get successful at your job, if you want to get successful at your craft, what you do is you work consistently every day and you try to improve yourself every day. You know, you indulge yourself into being the best one ever in your craft, you know, and that's working your way up to be the best. It's the same thing with cutting back on things that are not healthy for you. So regarding drugs, alcohol, whatever the case may be, right now we're talking about alcohol. What you can do is cut back little by little, you know, till you start slowly losing interest. And by that, you know, you'll be able to cut back off completely, and it wouldn't be something that you would suffer from not intaking it. Your willpower determines everything. Last thing we're talking about today, simply move. Just move. Taking care of your food and what you eat, you know, even without counting calories, is really good, you know, but it won't be as good, you know, if you don't fit in some exercise. You know, you have to understand that putting in or fitting in exercise in your regimen in general is really helpful in so many ways. I'm not going to talk about the healthy and the benefits that you would get in your body when you exercise or in your life in general. But just we're talking about losing weight, you know, and we're talking about cutting back on food and how to do it, you know, fitting in some exercise is going to help you substantially lose weight. Increased physical activity will definitely help you get leaner. So what you want to do is at least get yourself to move an hour a day. You know, whether you do that in the morning, you walk in the park, if you have a treadmill at home, if you have Stairmasters, you know, if you do walk after work, if you walk to work, if you walk back from work to home, you know, whatever the case may be, but get yourself to move, you know. If you have an Apple Watch or any of these smart watches that count your steps, aim to move, you know, like 30,000 steps a day or something. You know, it's something to start from if you're not somebody that is interested in going to the gym and actually exercising or like doing CrossFit or playing any type of sport. So if you're not that type of guy, what you want to do is you want to move daily, you know, in order to help you with the fact that you want to lose some weight. Just keep it in your mind that combining dieting or taking care of your food intake with exercising is definitely more effective to help you get to your goal rather than just doing one of these, you know. So doing one of these will help. So like taking care of your food only will help by 50%. Taking care of the exercising only will help you by 50%, but taking care of both will help you 100%. And if you're a gym guy, if you're someone that goes to the gym already, you know, what you want to do is you want to include cardio after your training. You have two options. You can do cardio first thing in the morning, like fasted cardio. I would say like 20 minutes to start from, you know, or you can do that post-training. You can still do like start up 20 minutes and then move your way up depending on how you feel and your progress and how you look in the mirror. Do not only use the scale to figure out or determine how far you're going or how far did you actually achieve. What you want to do is take your mirror, you know, look at it every single day, take pictures, before and after pictures, so you can see your progress, and from there you can adjust your food intake and your cardio, you know, that way you don't have to do too much or too little and keep everything in a straight line. That's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for watching the video. You know, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If this video was helpful, please let me know in the comment section. You know, more videos are coming up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys in the next one.